Hi, my name is Akiva Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. You know, in years past, when there were custody challenges, it was really hard to present the evidence that was necessary to convince the court, I gave mom the custody last year, I'm switching it. That's a really tough sell. The burden of proof is significant. If there's an established custodial environment, the court has to find by clear and convincing evidence that there's a reason to change it. Clear and convincing evidence is a high burden. I'll put it numerically for you, just to give an example. If a preponderance of the evidence means the greater weight of the evidence, so on 0 to 100 it would be 51 to 49, clear and convincing evidence it would be like 85-15. I mean, it's a big burden of evidence that you have to show to switch custody. So in years past, it was really hard because a lot of times it was a he said, she said. Nowadays, people have recording devices that they keep on their body, in their wallet, in their back pocket, on their wrist. I mean, everything is recorded nowadays. So if someone is abusing a child and that's the evidence you want to present, you can probably be in position to record it. Sometimes there will be social media that will have somebody saying, I hate my kids, or any nasty thing that people just falls into their head. People are writing it out there without being mindful of the fact that this can be used as evidence. So when you talk about presenting your case to the court because you want to switch, and you presumably want to switch because there's something going on that's not in the best interest of the children, you need to present all the evidence that's available. And nowadays that might include a TikTok, stuff that's on the web, social media, photos, Facebook, all of these things that people use to say things and document things, and you might have access to it. If you have access to it and you find these things, you better print them out quickly because the other side's going to take it all down to the extent that they can. And so you've got to do that. And on the flip side, we always tell our clients, watch your social media because it could be used against you. When you talk about presenting these things, understand what you've got to do. To switch custody, you're going to have to present evidence to the court that is very weighty and hefty, that shows the court that there's a reason to A, revisit custody, and B, that it's in the best interest of the children to switch. Where you really get traction is in abuse and neglect, so that the court is very sensitive to. But there's other things that the court can be sensitive to also, which might be reasons why custody should be switched. Academic reasons. If, for example, the child is truant from school, you got to get those school records. You got to present the fact that the kid has in the last term 42 absences. I mean, what's going on there? The court's going to say, what the hell are you doing? You got custody of your kid, you're not bringing your kid to school? That may be an issue. Medical and dental is also a huge issue. If the child was with the mom, let's say, for a certain amount of time, and last checkup, the child was doing okay, and this checkup a year later, the kid's got 12 cavities, what the hell's going on? Mom's not on top of it. So the parent is not double checking these things. This is, important to make sure your kids do what they're supposed to do for their own health. So these are the kinds of things that, while it might have been challenging to get before, it's now more readily available. If mom is bringing the kid back home to dad and smoking marijuana in the presence of the kids, and the kid's clothing reeks from smoke, you take that clothing off, you put it in a Ziploc bag, and you file a motion. And you bring the Ziploc bag and you hand it to the judge and say, open that bag, what do you smell? And the court knows what marijuana smells like. And these are the kind of things that you do. It's very practical. It's very basic, but these are the kind of things you have to be mindful of if you're going to present evidence and ask the court to change custody. If you have any questions about your case, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.